Yeah, this card is the one that you want to find in your Bandle City deck. Greetings, freaks and folks, this is Vlad the Lad. Welcome back to the spoiler season. If you haven't already seen the Pantheon reaction, you can do this at the end of this video. I will link this on my clock, even though I'm not wearing any. It's 6 p.m. CET, and this means we have new releases, and I will refresh and go on the new cards here. And there is nothing. Okay, let's hop on to Twitter, see if there's something. Alright, for some reason Mobility doesn't have the cards yet, but the Legends of Runeterra account from Twitter doesn't let us down. We have some cards here, quite some. I think it's a Bandle City package. Yeah, it's around 3 pages. So let's go through this one by one. First off, we have the Squeaker. It's a 2-mana 1/1 with Augment, and in the Bandle City region, and it says play discard 1 to manifest a Mecha Yordle. What's a Mecha Yordle though? Oh, it's a new tribe actually. Okay, so these two on the right here are I don't know. Yeah, you can see that. These two. We will come to that in a second. Let's go first with the Scraphead. We can only talk about the Squeaker if we know the other Mecha Yordles that we can manifest. The Scraphead is a 1-mana burst speed for Bandle City as well, and it says to play discard 1, manifest a Mecha Yordle. So yeah, technically it does exactly the same like the Squeaker, but it does that at burst speed and it's a spell. So you have either route to go to get these Mecha Yordle dudes. By the way, let's leave a like for this. Then we have this is the first Mecha Yordle, it's actually 3 of them. Bouncer and Bolt. It's a 2-mana 3/2, so vanilla statline. Has Challenger and it has Impact. Ooh. Okay, so they are technically above the average level. So it's sort of the Invoke package where you have these Celestial cards that are more powerful. And I guess they go the same route with the Mecha Yordle, because the 2-mana 3/2 with Challenger is straight up too powerful, right? We have the Dragon Rearguard, for example, or like Dragon Lieutenant, I think is the name, who has the condition to have a Dragon in hand, and then he gets Challenger, and this has Challenger right off the bat, plus the Impact keyword, so very strong card here. And definitely a very good card to manifest from the Squeaker or the Scraphead. But keep in mind that you have to discard 1 in order to do that. So it's sort of the little paint lady from Targon, where you get to invoke one of the 3 mana or below cards from the Celestial card pool. And here you have to discard as well. It opens up the discard archetype in general, and maybe also tokens. Like I think there are Bandle City cards that give you tokens pretty early on, so it shouldn't be too hard to find discard outlet. Then we have the Furyhorn Crasher, which is the 2-mana 3/2 again, only impacts, but it's actually a double region follower here with Furyhorn. And it has attack, grant the top 3 allies in your deck +1/+1. Whoa! So it's, if you have the means to save that unit, you have an ongoing value engine giving the top 3 allies +1/+1. In case you don't know, the old Omen Hawk used to do that, the top 3 units giving +1/+1, and they nerfed him to the top 2 units. And this dude doesn't only do that on summon effect, but this dude does it on every attack. So if you have the means to, like I said, have multiple attacks, this is a sick engine for 2 mana and has impact on top of all that. And the vanilla statline again for a 2-drop, very, very powerful. I think it depends on a situation, right? But most of the time it's stronger than the Bouncer and Bolt. If you need to remove something very early on, of course the Bouncer and Bolt is the better route to go. So you have manifesting the situation that you, or manifesting for the situation basically is what you want to do there, like with the Celestial card pool. And then we have the Geode Mechaforcer, which has a hilarious art, and it says impact as well. 2 mana. I guess all of these have impact right off the bat. It's a double region yet again with Targon this time. a 1/4 body, and it says support, give my supported allies spell shield and +2/+2 this round. What? That's quite some stat boost, and spell shield on top of that. I mean, the whole point is that you can't main deck these Mecha Yordles, right? They are, yeah, these are Yordles that are in a mech, and they are so special that you need to manifest them from Scraphead or Squeakers. This is what we know so far. So this is the only way to go with that, and I think it's pretty hard to build around that. Maybe these are the only 3 Mecha Yordles we'll see in a second, but if so, you can very reliably get the Geode Mechaforcer there. But I guess there will be more, because other than that, it wouldn't say manifest, it would just say choose between the 3 Mecha Yordles, right? But yeah, let's not guess here anymore, let's actually dive onto the next page. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of Mecha Yordles, actually. So these were the 2 Mana Yordles that we saw here. There are 3 of these in total. And then we have 3 Mana Yordles, which is yet again another double region unit here. 3 mana 0/4, Salty Spinner, and it has impact as well. But how do you strike with a 0/4? Like, why does it have impact? It says, when I'm summoned or round start, grant me +0/+2 for each card you discarded last round, then shuffle my stats. Ooh. So it's a way better slot bot, basically. I don't know if it's way better, but because it works with discarding, not with drawing, right? But you get +0/+2 and not only +1 stat boost like the slot bot would get. And has the same cost for 3 mana. I don't know if that's the same power level like the others Mecha Yordles. Right off the bat, I would say it's okay-ish for what it does. Let's go ahead with the Smash and Dash. Yet again, awesome art here. 3 mana 4/4, so very above stats. And it says, when I'm summoned, grant me impact twice. Ooh, yeah, that's quite something different. So I think you almost always want to go for Smash and Dash, unless you have a very discard heavy deck, then you want to go for the Salty Spinner. But other than that, you go for Smash and Dash. It's just straight up 4/4 at round 3 with double impact is nutty. It's definitely nutty. Let's go on here. We have Professor Von Mech. So it's yeah, obviously the Professor Von Yip equivalent, but in the Mecha Yordle, and it's a 4 mana 3/2 from PNZ and Bandle City double region follower again. When I'm summoned, create a random 1, 2, and 3 cost follower in hand. Oof. That's some heavy value re-engine, and yeah, this gives me like this bad feeling when you look at Bandle City in general and how much value they regenerate just by the sheer cards that they have, and they just you know, manifest, and their hand just doesn't get empty. And Professor Von Mech won't stop that. Unfortunately, he will do it quite the opposite. So you won't ever run out of value with Bandle City from now on, I guess, if you run these Mecha Yordles at least, and you have this Von Mech. Getting 3 cards from 1 summon is, yeah, is pretty good. Then we go on with the Shadowtech Walker, which is another 4 mana 2/5 Yordle, Mecha Yordle from Ionia this time, has elusive and impact. I don't know how I should feel about this one. Feels a bit weak, in my opinion. Like, even if you hit face, it's a 3/5 with elusive, sort of. Don't know. Doesn't look too powerful. I mean, don't get me wrong, a 4 mana with 5 HP elusive is quite strong, but we have similar units, right, that fall in this category. Yeah, it's okay. It's not on the same power level like the Von Mech, in my opinion, or the Smash and Dash. But it's definitely decent. And here we have the 3rd page, which would be last one and the last set of the Mecha Yordles. We start with another 2/5 mana Mecha Yordles. The Dunehopper Mech is a 5/6 now with Shurima, and it has the impact. Yeah, all of them have impact, so I won't mention that anymore. all of the Mecha Yordles have impact, obviously. And it says attack summon 2 attacking sand soldiers. Okay, that's hilarious. So would you even run this with Azir? I guess not, because, I mean, the problem is that we have a total of now, this is 4, this is another 4, and then we have another 3, so it's a total of 11 Mecha Yordles that you can manifest from the Squeaker or the Scraphead, which means you not always get to find what you want, right? You have a percentage of below 30% that you are actually hitting the unit that you want to find. Maybe it will be like the invoke thing, like where you would find something for 2 mana, something for 3, and then maybe something for 6, right? I don't know if you can, for example, find all 3 of the ones that are 2 mana, but I guess this is how you can look at it. So if we look at this from this perspective, you have this below 30% chance to hit whatever Mecha Yordle you want to find. Yeah, this Sand Soldier thing, don't know how good that is, because you're already swarming very much with this region, Bandle City, and you have a lot of small units. I don't know if you need another 2 Sand Soldiers with it, really, but yeah, still strong units. For 5-6 body is pretty strong at round 5. Alright, and then the other 5 mana Mecha Yordle is the Trumptecher? Is that how you pronounce it? From Demacia this time is a 4/5 buddy, and it says, when I'm summoned, grant other allies +1/+1. Oof. Yeah, this card is the one that you want to find in your Bandle City deck, where you have, like I said, you swarm the board with 5 units, and then you drop this bad boy on turn 5, and everything gets +1/+1, definitely. So it's sort of the Bannerman archetype, right? But for Bannerman you need to hit Allegiance. Here you don't need Allegiance, you just summon this dude and you give you all your other allies +1/+1, you grant it. So pretty strong card, definitely, and yeah, looks scary up to now. And then we go to the highest cost Mecha Yordles. The first one is the Earthshaker, which is from Noxus. Looks very badass, this little lady. A 3/8 body, and it says attack double my power and impact. What is this? Oof. If you get to manage to rally in this archetype, this yeah, can get nasty really fast. Like, imagine you use this with the Cataclysm, for example, within Demacia, where you have multiple attacks, and you just double the impact on this lady over and over again, and you don't even need to have Overwhelm or anything. The impact just kills the enemy nexus because she stacks up her impact so much. And yeah, so this package overall makes the multi-region follower archetype so much better. Like, Tristana will be playable, in my opinion, from now point onwards, because up to now I built decks with her, and I didn't show it on the channel yet because it didn't went really well with all these followers that we have yet. But with these Mecha Yordles, it's definitely way better. Alright, let's see the last one first. We have the Lil Dipper, which is the one from Shadow Isles. So we have from every region, we have a Mecha Yordle, multi-region Yordle, Mecha Yordle dude. And it says, to play me, discard a unit, and it has a 5/3 body, pretty weak. And it says, last breath, summon an exact copy of the discarded unit. Oof! Alright. I mean, does unit mean that... Does it include champions? Can you discard your Scion with that? So your last breath, discard your Scion, you give your highest unit Overwhelm, and then you resummon Scion out of your Lil Dipper when he dies. Oof. Okay, yeah. You can do a lot of nasty things with it. Like, all of these cards are so different in what they do. And you can build so many things with it, but like I said, again, you have to hit these mechas that you need. If you want to find this Lil Dipper guy for round 6, And you need to have your cards that you manifest, like the Scraphead and the Squeaker in the first place, and then you have this under 30% chance to find this specific Yordle that you need. So I don't really know how reliable this is. If you want to build, like I said, a Cyan deck or something, with a concept around a specific Mecha Yordle, but the multi-region follower archetype with the Bandle City Mayor and Tristana will be way better. And also the Bandle tree. I think this is something where you want to include these Scraphead and Squeaker for sure, because all these dudes, you have every region in these Mecha Yordles, and you just grab yourself the one that you need, and it gets discounted by the Mayor yet again. So I think after seeing these cards, it's pretty certain that the Bandle City Mayor will receive a nerf, because, I mean, it says multi-region follower when he manifests, and this would technically mean you can also manifest Mecha Yordles from the Bandle City Mayor. Like, let that sink in. If that's the case, we're pretty screwed, and Bandle City will be all over the place, even more than we have it right now. And I don't know if I like this, but yeah, that's basically that's the thing that we have to face probably in the future. And yeah, at this point I want to stop talking and let that sink in. Thanks for sticking around. If you haven't already, you can subscribe up here for the rest of the spoiler season. I will react to Ari, especially. I'm very hyped for her, so stay tuned for that. And on the right side here, I reacted to Pantheon. Like I said, you can watch that next if you haven't already. So until the next video, you stay legendary. Vlad out.